Hey, folks, are you out of integrity? Do you have the integrity to move yourself forward? So let me ask you all this. I define integrity as doing something I say I'm going to do. Now, maybe I don't get it all done at that exact moment that I say I'm going to get it done, but I do complete the task or cross the finish line. So let me use fitness as an example. If you have just started your new health routine for 2023 and you say to yourself, I'm going to do now. Sorry, folks, I see my video is freezing. I apologize. I'll be right back. I'm just going to go check my modem. Okay. Everything seems to be working, so hopefully the quality improves here. I apologize for that, but I can see myself freezing on the screen. So hopefully the quality is solid. So let me continue here. From a fitness perspective or a workout perspective, if you say to yourself, I'm going to start walking for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, and say last week you did 3, and then this week you're only able to do 2, or on the third one you got out there and for whatever reason you only did 28 minutes. That's still very, very good. However, mentally, you've let yourself down. You've broken that pact with yourself and you've lowered your integrity slightly. Now, is it the end of the world that you only did 28 minutes out of 30? Absolutely not. Are you still going to get the wellness benefits from 28 minutes of walking? Yes. But what I want to stress to you is you broke that pact with yourself, even if it's by only 2 minutes. Another example, say you started out on a new strength journey for 2023. And the goal is for one of your workouts, you have to do as many push-ups as possible. And you know that you can get 20 push-ups, but say you stop at 17 because you felt tired. Or maybe you thought you couldn't do the extra 3. Or maybe you didn't have the energy to do the extra 3. The positive is you did 17 push-ups. However, you've lessened your integrity to yourself by not doing the 20 you said you're going to do. So what you could do is give yourself a break, go get some water, rest for a couple minutes, do 3 more. And that way you've gotten to 20. So there's many, many ways you can keep a promise with yourself and maintain your integrity by doing it a little bit later on that same day, or taking a break, 30 seconds, doing 3 more. Maybe if you're tired on your walk and you're only at 28 minutes, sit down on a bench, have a rest, then walk 2 more minutes. It doesn't mean that you have to do everything 100% the exact way that you thought it was going to be. But if you complete it later on, a few minutes later, a few hours later, you've maintained your integrity. It's the same thing with nutrition. If you say to yourself, okay, Monday to Friday, I am not going to eat junk. I'm not going to drink alcohol. I'm going to focus on fueling my body with really solid organic whole foods, no processed food, no fast food, no junk, no sugar, no alcohol. Say you did that great for the first 2 weeks in January. But maybe last week, maybe you had a beer watching the game. Or maybe you were so stressed and tired, you got home from work, or you had a really uneventful day, and you said, screw it, I'm going to have a beer or a glass of wine, and it's a Thursday night. Now, by letting yourself down, it's going to be easier the next time to let yourself off the hook, and it lowers your integrity. Now, is it great that you got 2 out of the 3 weeks? Yes. Start again next week and commit to, no matter how bad things get or how stressful things get, there's always ways that you can distract yourself from breaking that integrity with yourself. It could be going for a walk to distract yourself about how shitty your day was. Or it could be, you know what? I see that beer or that wine looking at me. I really had a brutal day. I need it. Guess what? Pound back a glass of water. Distract yourself. Go hug a spouse or hug one of your kids or run up and down the stairs. Distract yourself from from breaking that integrity with yourself, and keep that momentum going. So also, one thing that I will share with you, my kryptonite, and I'm not perfect, nobody is, my kryptonite is working late. I'm always in front of screens way too late. And yes, I have my blue light blocking glasses on. I have the filter on all my screens. But at the same time, I know it's not serving me. Now, my sleep is better because I've educated myself on getting better quality sleep. It's between 7 and 7.5. It should be between 7.5 and 8. But it's way better than it used to be. But I can tell you, because I know that I feel better when I get between 7 and 7.5 than when I get 6 or 6.5, I have forced myself, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm reading, no matter what I'm typing, no matter what I'm watching, I have to shut off the screens at a certain time to maintain integrity with myself. And yes, on Friday and Saturday nights, if I'm watching a movie with the family, or there's something really enjoyable on that I wanted to see all week, I might let myself extend how late I'm looking at screens, because I know that I can probably sleep in on a Saturday or Sunday morning an extra 30 or 60 minutes to allow for that extra time that I'm going to stay up later. Now, there's times work gets in the way, a project needs to be completed, an email needs to be sent that's urgent, and sometimes you break your integrity to yourself when it comes to sleep. And yes, it does get easier every single time, just like not walking the amount you want to walk or doing the amount of push-ups you said you were going to do. So it works in all categories and all aspects. But one thing I can tell you, folks, is if you set yourself a goal and you know what your whys are, and you know 100% that this is what I need to do to improve my health, my whys are, I'm doing it for me, I'm doing it for my family, I'm doing it for my kids. Whatever your whys are, once you get clarity on your why, it'll be harder for you to break the integrity of letting yourself down. And you will say to yourself, now, a lot of people always ask me, and I don't want to get vulgar here, folks, but a lot of people always ask me, why do you work out so hard? Why do you want to be as strong as possible when you're almost 50? Like, who cares if you can deadlift 500 pounds 3 times? Who cares? Or who cares if you want to bench press 300 pounds when you're almost 50? Who cares? Well, guess what? I care. That's important for me. And I also look at it like, okay, if I'm strong, it gives me more confidence. It gives me more self-confidence, knowing that as I age, I'm going to be able to lift heavy things up into, well into my later years. I know I'm going to have all my physical faculties working. That's important to me. And another reason, and this is maybe a little bit personal, but I don't work out 11 months of the year to be a pussy. I work out because I want to be strong and I want to be confident that I can handle myself if a situation ever arises. And thank God it hasn't yet. I haven't had to worry about that. But that's personal for me. I work out hard and I work out intense because it's important for me to get the results that I'm looking for. And that's me. So you're going to have to figure out what is 100% your clarity and your whys on why you're doing things that you're doing to improve your health. And then you will not break that integrity pact with yourself. and you will maintain moving towards your goals day by day, week by week. And we're not perfect, folks. We all have days where we're just not feeling it. Like I was supposed to do a heavy lift on Wednesday. However, I had a headache, wasn't feeling it. Guess what? I had to shift my week now. So now my heavy lift I did on Thursday. And now I've got to rearrange some things in my week to make sure that I can still lift heavy today and tomorrow. That's just the way it goes. So you're going to have to figure out, if you know that there's a day you're not feeling well, you have a headache, just things aren't going your way, don't stress. There's 7 days in a week. You can always find time to fit it in and maintain that integrity with yourself to cross the finish line on your goals. Now, I still see myself freezing on the screen, so I hope that you could hear me and I wasn't skipping words. But that is it for today, folks. Coach Glenn out. I just wanted to ask you, how is your integrity and how to maintain your integrity to prove to yourself, not only are you worthy, but give you the confidence that you can cross the finish line on whatever health goals that you have for 2023. Have a great rest of your week. Coach Glenn out. We'll talk to you again soon.